guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. I just got home from a little work trip, and my buddy Drew had written to me because I did my Q&A video a few weeks ago, and he asked me a question, and I forgot to answer it. So I wrote to him and I said, ask me 5 questions, and I'll just do a video on your 5 questions. So Drew has been a very good friend of mine for it's probably about 10 years now or more. And we're always talking about cyberpunk stuff, Sega Saturn video games, Cyberpunk Sega Saturn video games. So he's a very kind person, and when my son was born, he sent a gift. He's just a really great guy. So I wanted to answer his questions. I didn't want to look like I was skipping over him. The first question was, out of all the Sega consoles, and I wrote this down because I can't look at my phone to read it while I'm filming. So excuse me if it's not verbatim. Out of all the Sega consoles, what do you think has the best CD interface? So when I first read the question, I thought he meant the best intro music, which hands down is the Sega CD Model 2. But he means, I think, when you play a CD and the little thing pops up to play a CD, what has the best one? Admittedly, I don't do that often, but I would probably say the Dreamcast. I think the Saturn is pretty good for playing music. The Sega CDs, they're all very minimal, but I would probably say the Dreamcast is one of the better ones for playing music CDs in terms of the interface look. The second question is, what country do you think puts out the best cyberpunk media? So everyone would probably say Japan, and I think they have a really good stronghold on that, but a lot of their media, like Tetsuo the Iron Man and all that type of stuff, I'm just really not into. Like, they tend to go so extreme and abstract with it that I'm not into it. My favorite is American because of William Gibson, Johnny Mnemonic, stuff like that. I do love the movie Nirvana. That's one of my favorite movies. That's originally from Italy, but it has made its way over here in some capacity. So I would probably go with USA. Okay, USA. Favorite type of old school gaming like fishing rods or light guns, etc. I would probably say arcade sticks if that's an option because I'm kind of getting back into them now, and I've always appreciated them and enjoyed going to the arcades. So I like arcade sticks. I do own a fishing rod for the Dreamcast. I own a camera for the Dreamcast. I own a lot of weird crap. I own those 2 joysticks you use for that mech game on the Dreamcast, but I would probably go with arcade sticks. I think that there's something sentimental to me about it. His fourth question is, what arcade cabinet would you like to own at home if you could have one? That's a tough one. I mean, as a kid, I really loved Ninja Turtles, obviously, and X-Men, The Simpsons, but I have a really soft spot for Pit Fighter. I don't know why. I know it's not the best game, but I love the graphics, how they did the motion capture and made, you can see the people, kind of like Mortal Kombat, look wise. The fighting was fun. It was kind of gritty in a way at that time. There was like a lot of yelling and, it was just like overly loud. So I really like that game. I have it on Genesis and it's pretty good. I hear the Super Nintendo version is terrible, but Pit Fighter is probably up there for me in terms of an arcade game I'd like to own at home. Plus, like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, like all of them. There's a lot of really fun arcade games. And finally, would you get a cybernetic augment? So I think what he means is like an implant, like maybe they have people that like do cybernetic bones or implants that do things in their bodies. I don't trust, I guess, people and the government enough to give me a cybernetic implant that won't probably give me cancer or something. So as of now, no. But if this was something in the future that became mainstream and I was still alive, probably. But as of now, no. I think there's too many what ifs and kind of questions in my head. But thank you, Drew, for the 5 questions. That was really fun. You've touched upon a lot of stuff that I really love, that I know you really love, that we talk about a lot. So that was cool. Let me know, guys, if you have any questions in the future. I wouldn't mind doing more of these videos. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.